Mr. Webb, you are not her father.
Oh! Yeah, you're crazy. You need to go to a mental hospital.
It's not true because me and DeAndre, we were in a relationship. We were high school sweethearts. You know, I was all about him and everything. Everything was good until he started cheating.
Oh. So this was your high school sweetheart?
Yes, I lost my virginity to him.
So you had sex in front of the house, in a car, and your family was inside the house, and then they told on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
But he had just got a little heavier.
Your Honor.
You don't remember any of this?
Your Honor, I've never had sex with this woman.
You worked at the fast food restaurant, though.
Yes, ma'am.
Baby, did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I did not.
Because you did not want to, or you were not even asked?
Well, I wasn't asked. I had my doubts. I had been had my doubts.
She wasn't even there for the birth.
I
mean, we did. So what? Were you at work when she went into labor? Probably, but you were at the hospital, right? Does not matter. That might not even be your baby. And what?
Case 1 from the very beginning, this case was nothing short of chaos. Miss Van Mate openly confesses she cheated, which leaves Mr. Watkins doubting the child's paternity. She seems confused about why he's still sticking around, and honestly, everyone else is too.
We are not in a relationship. We just live together at the moment. Broke up because of the simple fact that I cheated. He has just stayed and he's been there throughout everything, throughout the whole birth, throughout my son being 3 now. He's just played his dad the whole time. I don't really know why he stayed. I just know he has stayed.
Things only got crazier when Watkins spotted her erasing messages from her phone. After stepping away to calm down, he later hears from her own relatives that she was caught in a car having an affair. She doesn't deny it. Her excuse is that it just happened, as if cheating was some kind of accident.
I saw her on the couch texting. See what she's doing. She's texting and deleting messages. And she's like, oh, I was just talking to my friend. Would you deleting messages? What she was saying, and I was like, you wasn't saying that because you deleted them. I left, just cool down, because I don't like sticking around arguing about nothing. So I was coming back. One of her family picked me up and told me that they saw her outside in the car doing what she was doing with the dude.
It became downright humiliating. Van Mate herself admits that her little scandal went down in a vehicle parked right outside the house, with her family inside. Not only did they find out, but they wasted no time exposing her behavior.
So you had sex in front of the house, in a car, and your family was inside the house, and then they told on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wow. So, Mr. Watkins, you're riding in the car.
Yeah.
How do you find out that it's the guy with the text messages?
She told me who it was, who
you
the
confronted
actual
her.
person was.
I was going to tell him when we got
and then
there.
my whole thing was, you said it was a friend, right?
Suspicion hit another level when she learned she was pregnant only a week or 2 after that incident. She insists protection was used, but Watkins isn't convinced. To be fair, no one listening to her story really seems convinced either.
You do have this sexual encounter, and then you find out you're pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long after that?
Maybe a week or 2 after the fact. I don't remember the exact date, but when I had sex with him, I did use protection.
She told me she didn't use it, and then she told me she did use it. She said she didn't remember.
The courtroom atmosphere explodes when Judge Lake pushes for the truth. Van Mate finally confesses that she desperately wants Watkins to be the father, which leaves everyone questioning why she hadn't said that earlier. Watkins just shakes his head, stunned at the sudden honesty.
That is because I had a scare about my cancer, and I had a biopsy done. At the end of the day, if something happens to me, I want my son to know who his dad is, because I want him to be there for that person and to know that he loves them and all that.
Who's listed as father?
Nobody. I'm the only one on there.
But he has Mr. Watkins' last name.
He named him.
And then it all comes down to the final reveal. The air is tense, the emotions are high, and the truth that everyone's been waiting for is about to be laid bare in one dramatic moment.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Watkins, you are the father.
All right. Case 2 from the jump, this situation is pure chaos. Miss Hawthorne paints Mr. Brown as a slick-talking player who vanished when things got serious, while he fires back saying she's inventing lies. The entire courtroom feels like it's watching a live soap opera.
Miss Hawthorne, you are here today because you say your high school sweetheart, Mr. Brown, is a smooth-talking deadbeat who got you pregnant 3 years ago and is now denying your baby.
What started as a sweet romance has gone completely off the rails. failed. Hawthorne recalls him being her high school first love, but claims his wandering eye destroyed everything. Just when you think you know where it's headed, another twist drops.
This baby isn't mine. I desperately believe that she's emotionally attached to me, and she desperately wants to have a family with me.
It's not true because me and DeAndre, we were in a relationship. We were high school sweethearts. You know, I was all about him and everything. Everything was good until he started cheating. So I lost my virginity to him.
Their love story wasn't even traditional. It began online during their teenage years. They spent months chatting before they met face to face. Now, in court, their versions of the past don't line up, making the tension unbearable.
We were dating online. That's how we found out about each other.
Oh, so you all met online.
Online after we started seeing each other because we were young, we didn't have transportation.
So you met online, you lived in 2 different places.
Yeah.
And you all were going back and forth.
Yeah.
Until you figured out how to meet up.
Yes.
How long after you met online did you meet up?
A year.
Things escalated like a scene out of a teen series. Brown admits he went to end things, but somehow ended up hooking up with her instead. He shrubs it off as unplanned, while Hawthorne insists she thought it meant a real reunion.
I was in the car, and we ended up getting into a heated moment, and both of us started kissing and ended up having sex in the back seat.
We were talking about getting back together, Your Honor.
You told her this is the last time you're gonna see each other. And you said he was trying to figure out how to fix the relationship.
Yes, that's what we talked about.
So you have sex in the back of this car.
Yes.
The situation gets even murkier after their child, Chase, is born. Hawthorne confesses she delayed telling Brown for a day because of their rocky relationship. Judge Lake quickly reminds her that a father still has the right to know.
When Chase was born, do you notify Mr. Brown?
No. We were not on, like, good speaking terms at the moment.
But this is the father of your child.
Yes.
So speaking terms or not, didn't he deserve to know that the child was about to come into the world?
I notified DeAndre September 24th, so a day right after.
Your Honor, how if the baby is
That don't
born?
make no kind of sense.
Then Hawthorne's mother takes the stage, accusing Brown of being absent and unreliable. She lists the countless ways she provided for Chase while he was nowhere to be found. Just when it seems her rant is finished, more accusations fly.
Definitely, I believe that he has said it on texts that he has sent, all kinds of proof. He looked just like him. I mean, how can you deny that beautiful baby? I mean, he's gorgeous. To say, no, this is not my child, it's ridiculous. And he's never been there for him. I'm one person can say he's never been there because I do everything for him. I buy his food, I get his milk. I am the father.
The smoking gun comes in the form of text messages. Brown's own words about wanting to help and even calling Chase my son are read aloud. He scrambles to explain them away, but the damage is already done.
You write to him and say, I'm afraid that Chase at this point will not have the Christmas he deserves. Make things right with your son because he didn't ask to be born. He will have a good Christmas, no worries. I'll just start checking periodically on what he needs and deliver it to him. I'm trying my best here. You think I'm happy about not being able to get him gifts on Christmas? I'm not. It hurts me.
Finally, everything boils down to the moment of truth. The entire courtroom is on edge, waiting for the results that will decide once and for all who Chase's real father is. The suspense is at its peak.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Brown, you are not the father.
Case 3. This story wastes no time throwing us into the drama. Judge Lake introduces Balin Hannon, who's searching for answers about whether David Dorsey is truly her father. Her late mother left her with this shocking revelation, and now the truth is on trial.
Ms. Hannon, you grew up believing one man was your father until the age of 13 when he said, I am not your daddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Your mother then told you on her deathbed that another man, the defendant David Dorsey, is your biological father.
At just 13 years old, Balin already faced rejection. When she asked David to a father-daughter dance, his response was a cold dismissal. That moment shaped her childhood, but it's only the beginning of the roller coaster.
David Dorsey is my biological father, but I grew up with my grandparents and my mom. Like you said, I was known for a man named Kimball to be my dad. I called him one day for the daddy-daughter dance. Instead of his response being, yes, I'll be there, it was, your mother's still lying to you, not your dad, you need to go find your real dad.
How cruel.
The twist came at her mother's final breath. She revealed David Dorsey was actually Balin's biological father, admitting she'd chosen the wrong man years earlier. Imagine processing that life-altering confession right before losing your mom.
We would have our heart-to-hearts, you know, when she got sick, 'cause she was sick my whole entire life. She would talk about David. On her deathbed, she told me, I thought I picked the right one for you, but David's your father.
So just before your mother passed, she says to you, I thought I picked the right one for you, but David Dorsey is really your biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
Adding to the mystery, people constantly mistook Balin for Melanie Dorsey, David's other daughter. Strangers even called her by that name, but she'd never met Melanie or David until this very moment in court. Their first encounter? Uncomfortable, to say the least.
After my mom's passing, I moved away. My grandmother got sick, so I came back. I was actually at work, walking down the hall. She was calling me Melanie, walking down the hall. Melanie, do you hear me talking to you? She got all the way close, and I'm like, ma'am, that's not my name. Melanie, but you're talking about Melanie Dorsey, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, I heard it in high school. I look just like a girl. I need to meet her. It's my sister. We need to find out. And the friend that said it, you know, he approached my mom.
David coldly insists, I don't owe you or your mom, leaving the audience stunned. Judge Lake isn't having it, though, especially since Balin has evidence. The tension builds like a scene ripped from a soap opera.
She's been told that you are her biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
You walked through the doors, you walked right past her, no hug. You didn't even really look at her, acknowledge her.
I acknowledged her. I looked at her.
You don't believe you're her biological father?
Not really, because I don't remember her mother at all.
You don't know her mother?
No.
Despite his denials, Balin's godmother steps in with first-hand memories. She recalls seeing David and Balin's mother together years ago. David pushes back, but the truth feels closer than ever than Melanie. His daughter enters the picture.
Me and Fallon's mother, Veronica, we worked together. Mr. Dorsey, I have seen him come to the job to bring her mom, her baby daddy being David. He still looks the same, but he had just got a little heavier.
Your Honor,
You don't remember any of
Your
this?
Honor, I've never had sex with this woman.
You worked at the fast food restaurant, though.
Yes, ma'am.
When questioned, David admits he once worked at the same fast food restaurant as Balin's mom. Melanie takes that as proof, boldly calling Balin her sister. She points out the similarities and challenges her father right in front of everyone.
You know we are here discussing the paternity as it relates to Ms. Hannon.
Yes, I'm here to claim my sister. That's my sister. I don't mean to disrespect my dad, but my dad was a Rolling Stone. He was the man, and like he was very known on the North Side for being David Watkins, you know, the slayer of women. So
all Balin really wants is closure. David refuses to budge but shows hints of guilt. Judge Lake moves forward with the DNA test, and the courtroom holds its breath because the results are about to turn everything upside down.
Truly, Mr. Dorsey, I can't get much testimony out of you because you honestly don't remember.
No, I don't.
And Ms. Hannon have formed as sisters, you believing and accepting and loving her as a sister.
I don't know about her mother's infidelity. Only thing I know is that Fallon is my sister.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Dorsey, you are not the father.
Case 4. The battle of Webb versus Cole begins with Judge Lake sorting through the drama. Miss Cole insists Webb fathered her 6-month-old baby, Majestic. But Webb is adamant, saying he never crossed that line with her at all.
You and your girlfriend say there's no chance whatsoever that you fathered the defendant's 6-month-old daughter, Majestic. You say your evidence will shock this courtroom. Cole, you and your mother say you're 100% certain that Mr. Webb is your child's biological father and say the only reason he's denying your baby is to save his relationship with the woman he's been with past 3 years.
Cole claims the pregnancy happened after an April 11th encounter. Webb claps back, saying nothing ever happened between them and accuses her of fabricating the story. Tensions rise as both sides get louder, each calling the other a liar.
I know for a fact the dates line up, and I know he stayed with me for 2 months, and he slept in my bed with me for 1 night, and we had sex April 11th.
We never had sex or anything. We were just friends. We would chill out. That was it. I never stayed in her bedroom. I stayed out on the couch.
That's a lie.
And on top of that, I was only there for a week and a week and a half.
According to Cole, Webb stayed at her place for over a week, and their relationship was far from innocent. She says her family even helped care for him during that time. Webb insists he only slept on the couch with his girlfriend backing him up.
I wasn't living there. We were hanging out for a week and a half. Right. And on top of that, April 18th, I had moved back to Detroit. How was I there for 3 months? She had knew about it. We were friends. She trusts me. She knows I'm not like that.
I've known him for 7 years, person. He is not like that at all. And you
Yeah,
called me,
divorce.
and you called me with his friend telling me that he was there for 3 weeks and you guys were having sex and blah, blah, blah. At first, I did believe that.
Things heat up when Webb presents text from Cole admitting another man could also be the father. She still insists the timeline points to Webb, but he argues her own words show doubt and inconsistency. The back and forth keeps the courtroom on edge.
This is how this went, the first message. She messaged me saying, hey, I got an ultrasound. I said, okay, can we leave it at that, Tasha? It's not my baby. I'm trying to do right in my life, stay out of my life in the inbox. At this point, I'm thinking, I feel like she's trying to say that I'm the baby daddy, but just hinting, not actually saying it. What came next? I told her, I said, I'm not trying to be mean. I just want this to end. Because I'm not a mean person. I'm not a hateful person.
Cole pulls on a calendar marked with dates to support her story. But the problem? Her timeline overlaps with someone else she was involved with. Instead of clearing things up, it only makes the mystery more confusing.
In red is the date you were intimate with Mr. Webb, on the 11th of April.
Yeah.
The window of conception is in blue.
Yeah.
So that's the week prior to the 11th. And then Majestic was born on the 28th of January, correct?
Yes.
When were you intimate with the other guy?
May 15th, 16th.
How do you get those two mixed up? That's over a month. How are you going to say that you think it's him and then over a month?
Finally, the moment everyone's been waiting for arrives the DNA test results. The tension in the courtroom is off the charts as Judge Lake prepares to read the truth that will settle this explosive dispute once and for all.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. Webb, you are not her father.
Yeah, you're crazy. You need to go to a mental hospital.
Case 5 from the jump. This case is pure drama. Judge Lake introduces Capals versus Harris, with Miss Capels insisting Harris fathered her 15-month-old son, Jason. Harris, backed by his girlfriend, firmly denies it and says he just wants to move on with his life.
You say you are 100% certain that the defendant is your 15-month-old son, Jason's biological father, and today he's going to put his name on the dotted line right in front of his girlfriend. You and your girlfriend say there is no way you are Jay's father, and once the results are revealed, you want the plaintiff to leave you alone.
Capels admits they were never officially together, just casual hookups after connecting on Facebook. She even posted him as her man crush Monday, a detail that feels extra awkward now. Their story is less romance, more chaos.
Me and Mr. Harris started talking. We used to go to high school together. We're Facebook friends. Mr. Harris, I made him my man crush Monday. He's a good guy, hardworking, good father. We messaged back and forth on Facebook for a while. After that, we exchanged numbers, and after that, we started hanging out, getting up, and it just kind of went from there.
She tries to back her claim with a detailed timeline, pointing out dates that line up with Jason's conception. Harris brushes it off, saying he doesn't remember anything specific. Then the bombshell drops he didn't even know her real name.
As you can see, my son Jason was born January 9th, 2016. Me and Mr. Harris were intimate for 9 months, all the way up until May. We started talking around September, Mr. Harris. Like I said, all the way up until the beginning of May. If you go back 9 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it'll bring you to April.
He only knew her as Muffin. Judge Lake can hardly believe it and asks, "You didn't know her actual name?" Harris sheepishly responds. The courtroom cringes as the drama takes a sharp turn toward hospital revelations.
When we contacted Mr. Harris and told him that Ms. Shatera Capels summonsed him for a DNA test, he said, "I don't know who you're talking about." I said, "Muffin?"
That is correct.
I'm pretty sure I told him my name. Would you remember Shantira or would you remember Muffin? Would I go by around town?
If you having sex for that many months with the same person without using any protection, you gotta at least know their names.
Harris admits he skipped the baby's birth, blending work. Later, he refused to sign the birth certificate, arguing the child didn't look like him. Capels was outraged, and the tension between them only grew stronger.
When you came up to the hospital to see the baby, did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I did not.
Because you did not want to, or you were not even asked?
Both. I wasn't asked. I had my doubts, and I had been had my doubts.
She wasn't even there for the birth.
I was
I mean,
at
we
work.
did. So what? Were you at work when she went into labor? Probably, but you were at the hospital, right? Does not matter. That might not even be your baby. And what?
Then comes the twist. Harris's girlfriend was working at the same hospital on Copples' floor during delivery. Copples calls her behavior shady, while the girlfriend insists she kept things professional. Judge Lake struggles to keep the courtroom from exploding.
What is this about the hospital room, Ms. Capels?
She was undergoing surgery, getting ready to have my tubes tied.
That is my job.
As a woman, I would not want to be in a room with a woman that's having my boyfriend's baby.
Okay, so you was the patient.
That's a little too much.
Oh, wait a minute, Miss Cape. You work at the hospital. Was where they told you your station or where you were supposed to be? You were assigned to that?
Today, we got our stuff to do. Yes, ma'am.
And now, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the DNA result. The atmosphere is electric, and all eyes are on Judge Lake as the truth that could settle this fiery dispute is about to be revealed.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Harris, you are not the father.
Thank you.
You didn't sleep with no one else.
There you go.